Who will save the heavyweight division? Who will save the heavyweight division? I'm going to go with Cyril Gane will be their poster child, and they'll look back at Ngannou versus Gane and show that Gane should have won the 5th round, and that'd be pretty obvious. Where does it say Ngannou got cut? It doesn't, but he's hinting at a move to the PFL. So if they don't pay him a crazy amount of money that he wants, he will go to the PFL. And I doubt the UFC is going to give him the crazy amount of money that he wants. So there's a good chance he goes to the PFL. Dairush said in a nicer way, quit being a fucking scared little person, fight him. Other younger contenders, or just give up and retire from the sport. True. Poirier responds by saying thank you and offering him hot sauce. Yeah, it's just fucking retarded. But I agree with Beneil Dairush, man. Dairush did it, what he needed to do. He fought Gamrot. You know, I mean, he fought the dangerous contender that was on the come up, that was fresh. And these Poirier, Gaethjes, and Chandlers don't fucking do it. So, quite honestly, it's a fucking piss take, lad. Absolute fucking piss take, mate. Can you see Justin winning? Here's what I'll say. And this is a question to the chat. In striking, what is Justin Gaethje's biggest weakness? And chat will answer the question. What move? No. Don't do an in general thing. What very specific attack from a striker is perfect to deal with Justin Gaethje? You guys got to know this. It was exposed. Eddie Alvarez exposed it. Eddie Alvarez massively exposed it. You guys still ain't getting it. It's body shots. Body shots work on Gaethje. Poirier started doing it in their fight as well, and it really affected Gaethje there as well. Thank you, Tyler Thompson, for answering the question. Who's got the best body shots in the lightweight division? It's Rafael Fiziev, the way he digs him in there. So, yeah, that's a problem. A real problem for Gaethje, I think. Good head movement from Fiziev. Double body shot, kick to the body as well. I don't think Gaethje's going to deal with it at all. Thank you for the $2, Mark Fernandez. Appreciate you. How do you predict Colby's year going? I think he comes back, loses, and then doesn't fight for the rest of the year. Probably, knowing Colby, and then just starts gambling more money and shit like that. I imagine. Ducking my comment. Thoughts on Luke Thomas criticizing Dana White slapping his wife, but praising Gervonta Davis for his win this weekend? A person known for beating his wife. That's how it is. Thank you very much for the $5. Conor McGregor was never my friend. Live in the pod, watch Dagestanis wrestle the sport to death, eat the bugs and buy $75 pay-per-views. It's what they, Dana, want for us. Okay. You'll own nothing and be happy about it. And you'll have to watch Dagestanis fight. That's the sad part. Thank you for the $5, dude. They just want sadness of humanity all across the board. So the idea of going to war seems like a fun alternative. And then they start a war. That's how it goes, boys. Trust me. Kill off a bunch of people and then start all their trafficking, you know what I mean, while the war's going on, while no one notices. Classic moves from the elites, boys. Thank you for the $5, Cannoneers Veiny. Chode. Finally, Justin is fighting an opponent outside the top 5. Next is Dustin and blacklisting Chandler from the top 10 until he gets a meaningful win. Okay. Next is Dustin and blacklisting Chandler from the top 10 until he gets a meaningful win. True. Yeah. Blacklisting Chandler from the top 10. I agree. Thank you for the $5, dude. I agree. We get Dustin versus Dairush. We get whatever is mush versus Fiziev, Gaethje versus Fiziev, and then Chandler fights Armand Sarukian like a good. That's what should fucking happen. That would be ideal. Thank you for the $5, Liam Barber. I appreciate you. Michael Bisping enjoys himself a little too much at a gay club impression. Oh my word! It's a sexy boy! Thank you for the $2, Mike Suarez. I'm confused! What's going on? I gotta leave. Thank you for the $2. Appreciate your $2. Holloway versus Gaethje at 155. Thoughts? Holloway versus Gaethje at 155. Probably gonna have to go with Max Blessed Holloway there, getting it done. You know, probably Maxwell Blessed Holloway. No Gaethje. No Holloway. Gaethje. Too much power. And the leg kicks as well will be a problem for Holloway, like they were with Yair. So I'll go Gaethje there. I could see Holloway bashing him up, though. Max don't check leg kicks, though. Yeah, but there's a picture of Max Holloway and Jeremy Stephens where you can clearly see that Max Holloway's calves are just built different and he doesn't need to address leg kicks. That's a fact. You don't need to address them. Max Holloway's calves are like as thick as his thighs, you know? It's pretty redonkulous, if you ask me. Pretty redonkulous, you know? Thank you very much for the $2, Jay. I appreciate your $2. Do we see Till versus Perry in BKFC this year? Do we see Till versus Perry in BKFC this year? Yeah. No, we don't see it in BKFC. No. I don't think Till will fight in BKFC. What do you think, chat? Till won't fight in BKFC because he cares too much about his looks. I don't think he'll ever fight in BKFC. He might challenge Perry to like a boxing fight, but I don't think he'll ever do BKFC. He'll rather go to PFL and just train full-time with fucking Brendan Loughnane instead. Thank you for the $2 Canadian. No one in particular. Dom Cruz and Anik accidental match on Tinder impression. I did not mean to be in this part of Tinder. I ticked the wrong gender box to go after in my sexual pursuits. Be real with yourself, man. You can't keep running from the truth, man. You know what you like. I know what you like, man. Your whole team knows what you like. Cocks up the ass, man. We all know it. Thank you for the $2, the big G. Fucking Paddy, lad. What should we do with him, lad? Mate, throw him in front of a truck, lad. Kill him. No, don't. Don't do that. I'm not advocating violence. I was joking. Mate, just fucking give him to Terrence McKinney. Dude, Terrence McKinney is annoying. There was a news breaking today where like Terrence McKinney hears that if he wins against Bontham, it's him versus Pimblett next. No. Shut up, Terrence McKinney. Just stop. It's just cringe at this point. You aren't that big of a deal. You know what I mean? Like, if he wins against Bontham, then he hears that they're going to do him versus Pimblett. Like, no. They're not going to do you versus Pimblett, dude. And they're not going to do you versus a ranked opponent. McKinney hasn't beat a good opponent. He's trying to make a fight. I know, but like, I hear that they're going to do it next. And then the news breaks it as that. It's just like, ugh. Just get these wins first and then actually start calling out on the mic afterwards. You know? Rather than this UFC saying they're going to do it. They're not doing him versus Pimblett. I doubt it massively. Thank you for the $5. How do you make sure you have a good live stream connection? Wired connection is usually the best way to go about it. And stream it off peak hours for your internet provider is also another good way to go about it. Thank you for the $5, dude. Also, which camera do you use for streaming? Also, if you stream through YouTube Studio, it naturally stabilizes your connection anyway compared to OBS. Which camera do you use for streaming? Logitech HD 1080p. Why are you asking this fat retard about tech? Okay. Francis to PLF. No, Francis to PFL. There was a picture on his Instagram of his mum or auntie, some female in his family that was overweight, wearing a PFL t-shirt. Nonetheless. which is absolutely bonkers, I tell you. So it's craziness, man. Absolute fucking craziness, lad. Fucking mental, I tell you. Fucking crazy. You bastard, you. You could only dream of the life Jesse on Fire has. Well, I can't. I don't think I could dream 20 years ahead. The 40-year-old. Francis is trying to play politics, but he has a low IQ. Yeah. But he dug sand for his fucking qualifications. Sir, what are your qualifications to work here? I dug sand for 10 years. Thank you for the $5, Lucas T Fitness. Lastly, Charles Oliveira is about to have a steep decline, necessary to take tons of damage to become a champ, but the chin has an expiration date. Yeah, I could see it. It depends on what matchup they give him. You know, if they give him like a rematch against one of these other big names at lightweight, he could win. But if they give him like a fresh Armand Sarukian or something, I'd be like, risky biz there. You know what I mean? Thank you for the $5, Lucas T Fitness. I don't mind like a Holloway rematch for him. I think he should call for that fight. How about a Holloway rematch? You know, that'd be a good one for him. Get a loss off of his record. I farted. Thank you for the $5, Jay. I appreciate you. Can you talk about O'Malley versus Sandhagen? I'm excited for it. Well, I think O'Malley would win it if it happens because Sandhagen has a real problem getting to people offensively sometimes. And O'Malley would stalemate it. And if they stalemate, O'Malley will out leg kick Sandhagen with his speed advantage and his power in his leg kicks as well. So I think O'Malley wins that fight, especially in a 3-rounder. That would add a lot of value. Did you kill Mimi? No, I didn't kill him. Thank you for the $2, though. Thank you for the 15 months of membership, Jack on Crack. Sean Strickland is still undefeated in main events. In my mind, he 100% beat Cannonier. I thought he beat Cannonier as well, so if he wins this, he should be right back in the mix to fight like a Paulo Costa. Or if Vettori beats Delidzia and they don't want to do Vettori against a top contender again yet, they could do Vettori versus Strickland, and that'd be a fun fight night main event. Thank you for the $2, Karl Mariski. Sarukian is still Maka's biggest threat. True. Makashev's biggest threat. He is because, you know, he had such a close fight the first time, and you could argue he's the more improved guy because he's younger. Thank you for the $2, dude. Appreciate you. Yeah, he is the biggest threat. That'll be a big matchup someday if he does get to it. Thank you for the $2, Jay. How does Cejudo perform versus the top 5 bantamweights? I think he performs well, but I think he loses to Aljo, and I think he would probably lose to Sandhagen because he'd been unable to finish him. You know? Thank you for the $2, Kevin. And he'd probably lose to Vera as well. I just don't like his finishing ability at bantamweight. My opinion. Thank you for the $2, Kevin. Do we see Tony Ferguson fight again? Paddy, who wins? Tony Ferg fight again. Paddy, who wins? Yan versus Cejudo. Yan finishes him, I think. TKO. Body work, I reckon. In the clinch with knees. Tony Ferg fight again. I think Paddy Pimblett versus Tony Ferguson is their next move. I'll call it right now. June, UFC Fight Night Liverpool in the Echo Arena. Paddy Pimblett, Tony Ferguson main event. Co-main event, Darren Till, Kelvin Gastelum 2. I can see something like that happening. They'll probably do it. Because they ain't going to be on the original London card. And they'll probably put Tom Aspinall on that card as well. Maybe in the main event over Paddy and have Paddy in the co-main. You never know. But they might go to Liverpool. Molly McCann opens up the main card. That's all they need to sell out an arena. Thank you for the $2. Future of Aspinall in the heavyweight division. I think he'll get back in there again. But I do worry about him sometimes because he's a little bit too... He crashes forward a bit too much. Like he's got one-punch knockout power. I don't think he does. I think he needs to be a bit more defensive-minded on the feet rather than rushing forward the way he does sometimes. Maybe he just did that against Blade because he knew he was injured and he wanted to get the fight over and done with, but also because he wanted to pressure the grappler rather than being reactionary, which is a good move. But I'm worried about him if he does start crashing forward against more opponents. Dark lip Gaethje impression. However, though, Oh, thank you very much for the €2, dude. However, Tony has got some heat in his hands. I could see him dropping Paddy. In all honesty, I could see him dropping Paddy. But then again, I could see Pimblett catching him. It'd be, yes or no, chat, it would be a fucking crazy fun fight. Pimblett versus Ferguson would be a crazy back and forth fun fight, I think. I reckon. Weasel, stop spamming now. I think it would be. It just has that recipe of like a messy, really fun fight between the two of them. It would be great. Both of them are delusional. There you go. Match them up perfectly again. Thank you for the $2, dude. Appreciate your $2, good sir. Thank you for the $2 Canadian. No one in particular. One word, Imanari roll. Yeah, but I think if Tony grapples with Paddy, you'll lose. I think he will. If Tony grapples with Paddy, he loses, I reckon. Pretty resoundingly, may I add. Thank you for the $5, J Lig. I appreciate your $5, good sir. No way Tony ever wins another fight, right? Is Paddy his only chance? I can't stop burping. Paddy is his only chance. Yeah, I think so. But then think about it like this. If he wins against Paddy Pimblett, then there's some fun fights at the top of the rankings for him, you know? Maybe Gaethje's coming off a loss and he's slipping down the rankings. Maybe, well, I don't want to say the Gaethje fight is a fun fight for him, but there's some big names in the rankings that could be slipping down the rankings a bit. And then maybe they could do a good matchup for him. You know what I mean? But yeah, I'd love to see Ferguson versus Pimblett. Thank you for the £2, Fight Milk. Tony opens up Paddy with elbows, even from his back. Well, yeah, potentially. But the way he got subbed by Nate Diaz, I'm worried for him. All I'm going to say, mate. All I'm going to say. Where does Paddy go with a loss? Same with Izzy. Paddy Pimblett would just be in dire straits with a loss. It'd be a very bad look for him and he wouldn't be doing too well. I don't know where he goes with a loss. Probably like for a fight with Bobby Green or something, some kind of name that's coming off a loss around the same area of the rankings, I guess. Maybe they just go right back to feeding him cans. You know what I mean? You never know. Thank you for the $5 Australian. Oh, for Izzy. If Izzy loses to Pereira in the rematch, I reckon Israel Adesanya will look for a matchup with like a Sean Strickland just to get him back on track, win it, and then be right back in the mix to fight the winner of Pereira versus Whitaker, if it's Whitaker at least. Thank you. Or I could see Izzy bailing on the whole middleweight division and saying that chapter is closed. Now I start my new era at light heavyweight. I was getting bored of beating the middleweights and I wasn't hungry enough anymore. Now I entered a new area of light heavyweight and I am the hunter rather than the hunted. My hunger restored. I could see him saying those exact fucking words. Bro, Tony gave us enough. We need to position him to retire. He deserves better. A winnable matchup in Paddy Pimblett, a bunch of money to do it. Let him have this fight, mate. Or it's Terrence McKinney. You know what I mean? Like, there's other guys that are way more dangerous for Tony in terms of getting him KO'd. Let him, even if he loses to Pimblett, he ain't getting KO'd. Let him get subbed if he loses. This is a great win-win matchup for Ferguson to get a little bit of money. 500k. Boom. There you go. Fight Paddy Pimblett. Main event. UFC London. UFC Liverpool. Echo Arena. 500k to Tony Ferguson. There you go. Sail off into the sunset. Don't lose by KO. Don't take a bunch of damage. Maybe get subbed. Or win. Yeah, I'm in. Thank you all. Let's get it. Anyway, I'm going to go now. And I'm going to do a members stream. I put a video out on my channel. There's a video out right now. There's a video earlier today talking about Gastelum being injured and Strickland versus Amavov. You can go check that one out. But there's also a video talking about Ngannou leaving the UFC for PFL. Gaethje versus Fiziev. Khabib quits MMA. Victoria Lee dies. Go check it out. See you later. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for the $5 Cheddarhead. Hey, Guru, I ordered a Chinese for lunch and pizza for dinner. I'm £8 since 2022. Let's keep it up. Let's go. Indeed. Keep gaining weight. We move on. See you later. Thank you for the $5. And thank you for the $5, Justin Kyle. Thank you for everything you do, Guru. You're the best at what you do, amigo. Thank you, senore. Thank you very much indeed, senore. Thank you. Thank you very much for the $5, dude. Appreciate you. Thank you for the membership, Tyler Johnson. I've got to go. Go and check out the video on the channel right now. Toodle Pip. Go and watch the video on the channel that I just posted. Go check it out. See you later. Thank you, Julian Obohea. Welcome to the Beanie Cult as well. We're going to go live with the members now. Non-members, go check out the videos on the channel. They're really good.